We are following a rapidly unfolding political storyline that has once again thrust former President Jacob Zuma into the national spotlight. What began as what many assumed would be an ordinary political maneuver has quickly evolved into a moment insiders are calling a major miscalculation, one that could unlock long-protected information and permanently alter how Zuma's political journey is remembered. As voices from across the political divide react, a growing number of observers are asking whether this may prove to be the most damaging decision of his career. Before we break down what is taking shape and why it carries such weight, make sure you subscribe to the channel and enable notifications so you stay up to date as this story continues to develop. Jacob Zuma has built a career surrounded by controversy, but even veteran analysts appear taken aback by the current turn of events. Reports suggest that a choice made away from public view has triggered consequences that may have gone far beyond what was originally anticipated. What sets this moment apart is not only the backlash, but the real possibility that matters kept out of sight for years could now come into the open. Those familiar with the political landscape argue this was not an impulsive error, but a deliberate move that failed to fully account for its potential fallout. In the world of politics, timing can determine survival, and critics believe Zuma acted at the most unfavorable moment. At the center of the growing storm is what many describe as an extremely sensitive issue. Although concrete details remain closely guarded, even the hint that concealed information might emerge has dramatically shifted the national conversation. Analysts warn that perception alone can be just as damaging as confirmed disclosure. Much of the speculation has been driven not by official announcements, but by behavior. Defensive postures from some quarters, calculated quiet from others, and visible unease among former allies have only intensified public interest. Perhaps the clearest indication that something serious is unfolding is the response from Zuma's own political circle. Individuals who once stood firmly in his defense now appear cautious, restrained, or entirely absent from the discussion. Commentators note that silence at moments like this is really meaningless. It often reflects behind-the-scenes reassessment, legal prudence, or an understanding that public loyalty may now come at a cost. Zuma's political life has long been marked by an ability to endure crises that many believed would end his influence. Yet observers insist this situation is different. The environment has shifted, public tolerance has diminished, and institutions seem less inclined to turn away. Should the rumored disclosures gain momentum, the safeguards Zuma once relied on may no longer hold. This is why some analysts describe this episode as his most consequential error to date. The potential consequences stretch far beyond one individual. Any serious revelations linked to Zuma could reopen unresolved political battles and deepen existing fractures within already pressured parties. It could empower adversaries and unsettle allies concerned about collateral damage. For a nation already facing economic strain and social challenges, renewed political instability rooted in past conflicts is a prospect many view with concern. Public reaction across social media and community forums has been immediate and emotionally charged. Some see this moment as overdue accountability, while others frame it as yet another politically driven attack. What both perspectives share is the belief that this is not an ordinary development. Once public sentiment hardens, reversing it becomes increasingly difficult. Critics argue that secrecy has consistently undermined Zuma, while supporters maintain that narratives are once again being shaped to damage him. The days ahead will be decisive. Whether the alleged information becomes substantiated fact or fades into speculation will depend on legal moves, political calculations, and communication strategies unfolding behind closed doors. What is undeniable is that the storyline has shifted, and Jacob Zuma once again finds himself at the center of a national moment of reckoning. This chapter is far from finished, and each development carries weight. As more details surface and responses continue to evolve, we will remain committed to delivering measured, in-depth coverage free from exaggeration or rumor. If you want to stay informed on South Africa's most important political developments, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share your perspective in the comments below.